If Allah's by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
Single mother raising her children, and now she's a Muslim. Started praying and wearing a headscarf. It was a healing for her heart, struggling with no one to lean on. But with prayer she would be strong. Had a job and then she was laid off. Got a better education and it paid off. She was called for a job that she dreamed of. Close by, great pay, she was in love. They brought her in, told her she's the #1 pick. You got the job but you gotta lose the outfit. It's a tough position that you put me in, cause I've been struggling with my 2 children. But I continue looking for a job again. My faith and my religion I will never bend.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. Everything will be alright. I am not afraid to stand alone. Gonna keep my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
Peer pressure, they were insisting, and I was resisting. Some days I felt I'm a giving, just wanted to fit in. I know when I'm praying and fasting, they be teasing and laughing. So I call on my Lord for the power, for the strength every day, every hour. One day there's a new Muslim teacher, single mom and the people respect her. Just seeing the strength I get stronger. They can break my will no longer. You don't see me sweating when they joints cracking. Never see me cursing with my pants sagging. I ain't never running, yo, I'm still standing. I ride with Allah to the very end.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. Everything will be alright. I am not afraid to stand alone. Gonna keep my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
I'm a tough one who can bear their blows. The rest play dumb, they don't dare say no. Scared of being shunned by the peers they know, but I ain't gonna run, I ain't scared no more. These sisters be resolute, never stress when the rest say they wasn't cute. And I get the respect of the other youth, come best with the dress, you know that's the truth. These sisters are strong, gotta hand it down. So me, I'm a brother, gotta stand my ground. I ain't gonna shudder when the gang's around. Peer pressure, whatever, it's my planet now. Others may fall, I'ma hold my own. With the help of Allah, I'll be strong as stone. And I'ma be brave, let Islam be shown, cause you know I ain't afraid to stand alone.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to
It all comes down to this. With just 5 seconds remaining, the Raiders trail 21-17. Their only hope, Tariq Muhammad back for the kickoff.
Gonna keep my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone.
If Allah is by my side,
I'm not afraid to stand alone. I'm not afraid to stand alone.
gonna keep my head up high.
I'm not afraid to stand alone. I'm not afraid to stand alone.
If Allah is by my side,
Allah's by my side. Everything's gonna be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
alaikum everyone. My name is Nessa Huda and I'm the Regional Director of Miss Toronto. I want to thank you all for tuning in to our first ever Eid Slam. It's programming that we've put together to be uplifting during this time and to show the Miss spirit, and we're so excited for you all to see it. Let's start off with some Quran recitation by Brother Amhar Hira, followed by translation by Sister Rodena Gadur.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم صدق الله العظيم.
The surah Hafiz Amhard recited was from Surah Al-Hashr verses 21 to 24, and the translation goes as following. By the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. If we had sent down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have seen it humbled and coming apart from fear of Allah. And these examples we present to the people that perhaps they will give thought. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, nor of the unseen and the witnessed. He is the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, the sovereign, the pure, the perfection, the bestower of faith, the overseer, the exalted in might, the compeller, the superior. Exalted is Allah above whatever they associate with Him. He is Allah, the creator, the inventor, the fashioner. To Him belong the best names. Whatever is in the heavens and earth is exalting Him, and He is the exalted in might, the wise. Now, before we begin, I'd like to present to you the Honorable Ahmed Hussein, the Minister of Families, Children, and Social Development.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I'm Ahmed Hussein, Minister for Families, Children and Social Development. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to the Miss Toronto Eid Slam. Miss Toronto has given GTA Muslim high school students an opportunity over the years to compete against each other and to learn and grow together. I know that this year's 2020 regionals have been postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but I am pleased to see that you're still using online programming to come together and getting ready to celebrate Eid virtually. I wish you all the best. We will get through this together. And once again, to all of you, Eid Mubarak.
We would like to thank Minister Ahmed for their kind words. Now, without further ado, let's get to our program.
This nasheed is called The Letter by Al Morphy. You don't know me, but I'm your brother in Islam. You'll never know my name, never know exactly where I am. I'm a part of you, you're a part of me too. One life saved is like all mankind. Sometimes I wonder about the people in the world. So much wealth, so many fists so tightly curled. Enough for you should be enough for two. One life lost is like all mankind. And you don't see the look of hate in soldiers' eyes, and you don't hear my sister cry at night, and you don't smell the garbage in the street, and you don't know how very little food we eat. not a thing belongs to you or me. It's all a trust from Allah's rich bounty, and the tree of greed grows from a sea and is planted when we don't give. Do you know how it feels to walk for days? Do you know how it feels to sleep in snow? Do you know what it really means to pray? Can you tell me why they took my dad away? I don't mean to seem bold or to seem rude. I'm not begging for your shelter or your food. I'm just asking you to care and to be aware. At the very least, pray for me. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Signed, your brother in Islam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Rani Al-Hilali and I'm from Gibraltar Leadership Academy, and I'll be performing a spoken word called Think of Others. Bismillah. I guess the only time most people think or care about an injustice is when it happens to them. But all I ask for is, as you prepare your breakfast, think of others. Do not forget those who have none. As you conduct your wars, think of others. Do not forget those who seek peace. As you return to your homes, think of others. Do not forget the people of the camps. As you sleep and count the stars one by one, think of others. Do not forget those who have nowhere to sleep. Ya akhwati, don't you hear the screams of the children of Palestine? Open wounds, pacifier soaked in blood, children in school with nowhere to run, can't hide from a bomb, can't find a tunnel of sanity while this goes on. Madmen don't live in asylums, they wear suits and ties and eat power lunches while bombs fly. Turn a blind eye for profit. You try to hide, let others decide who lives and who dies. While this happens, we look away. Think of others, feel their pain, give mere excuses and try to explain. While this happens, again and again, no one should get to look away. Think of others. While we can't wait to become adults and to move out of our mother's houses, a child who has yet to set mark on this world is feeling heartbroken for his mother, who has just been killed by cowards who walk freely as if law and order never existed in the country of Palestine. They are just children who have the word innocence pouring from their eyes, children who tug at their father's dead corpse and ask, "Father, when will you wake up?" and turn to their right side and see their mother crying blood instead of tears and ask, "What is our fault in all of this?" Think of others. Think of your privileges living in Canada, because whether you choose to believe it, children are hunted like lion hunt deer. They don't even get a chance to plan their careers. Isn't that a big burden for them to bear? And apparently, these aren't our interests. And oh really, I know you guys. There's still lots of movies and football matches to watch out. Really? Isn't he your brother and sister who screamed loud, asking, "Where are you, brother? Where are you, sister?" I'm freaking out, and they could hardly believe you are leaving them to die out. Ya akhwati, for how long will we act deaf and blind? Are we waiting to hear the news notifying you of a death of your close friend? Because I guess the only time most people think or care about an injustice is when it happens to them. Think of others is what we say, but the world has forgotten its promise of never again. Think of others is what they say. But as we see rockets and bombs shining in the sky like drops of rain, and is taking away everyone dear to your heart, O children of Palestine, destroying your dreams in a blink of an eye, what happened to human rights? What happened to the sanity of life? I know you, child, and I will remember you, child, with your face full of fears and your eyes full of tears. This is what it has come to. We now live a world where the only time most people will think or care about an injustice is when it happens to them. We know, but do nothing. For what kind of ummah are we? The end. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Michelle and I am your competitions coordinator. We're going to take a quick break and introduce our platinum sponsor, Penny Appeal Canada. Penny Appeal aims to make charity affordable and rewardable, ensuring anyone and everyone can help the poor and needy, even if they just donate a few pennies every single day. All their projects are carefully constructed and designed to be accessible as well as effective. Their multi-focus approach means they can save lives immediately, improve situations in the coming weeks, and transform entire communities for years to come. They give people the support they need, depending on their varying situations and circumstances. Here is a short video on the amazing work Penny Appeal does each and every single day.
Penny Appeal Canada is celebrating our 1-year anniversary. Look at what you've helped us do in just the first year. We have supported a mobile clinic in Raqqa. In Uganda, we promoted agriculture for farmers to feed their families and sell their crops. We built a solar water power center in Bangladesh, giving communities access to clean water and solar power. We responded to the crisis in Syria, Yemen, and helped the Rohingya in Bangladesh. We have empowered orphans to leave a life on the street and provided food, healthcare, and education. We built wells for isolated communities and distributed food in over 30 countries around the world. In Canada, we responded to the COVID-19 pandemic and provided relief kits across the country. And this is just the beginning. Thanks to you, we've taken a small change and made a big difference.
It's me again. Now let's move on to some more artists. First up, we have Hassan Abdullah from Toronto, a former Miss Toronto competitor and a judge, with a spoken word piece titled Home.
Brick by brick, I am surrounded. Buildings make up my feelings. The sky is the limit, yet I'm surrounded by ceilings I see through the glass. I see through the glass, through the hope we've amassed together. See, together we are what cannot be taken. We're not one or the other, but one another, and brick by brick we uplift each other. Still, skyscrapers scrape my soul, but the buildings on my block, they make me whole. My home is everything, yet outside lies everything I wanted and more. Community is circumstance, but I'm certain that the gravity, our situation, what brought us close, the roots that we hold dear are what we fear most. So I toast the streets that molded my clay skin, where they told me black is beautiful and the sun kissed my melanin. I'm melancholy with nostalgia and I'm not regretting the city sleeping on my ends. I don't know what gave him a sedative, but it's irony. Pure irony that we tore down our walls to build this community brick by brick, a foundation predicated on unity. Still, the street sings somber symphonies. Still, I stop at my bus stop for a soft soliloquy. Still, a moment of reflection before a neon interlude. Brick by brick, my block becomes a neighborhood. Brick by brick, I realize I'm misunderstood. See, those who throw shade are afraid of your warmth, and lives change with a single phrase. So sticks and stones are just sticks and stones, but words pierce my heart and they chill my bone, and yet my community is more than that, because my community is a home.
Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak everyone. My name is Aisha Khan, and today I will be performing a spoken word piece. It's titled Ramadan 20. I usually write poetry, shorter poems, under my pen name Ana Gulzar, but today I will be doing a spoken word piece. So, baby, I just wanted to give a little bit of a background first, and that is that I wrote this on the very first day of quarantine Ramadan, the very first day of fasting. And you know how some people take, so they eat suhoor or sahri, and they wait 10 minutes before they can pray Fajr, so they stop eating 10 minutes early. So in those 10 minutes, I was thinking about Ramadans in the past, and I was specifically thinking about my best friend Maliha, and I was going to message her the first 5 lines of this poem, but then I thought, well, let me go and try. This can be something. So I went and actually wrote up this whole poem in that little time because I was thinking of her. So here goes, Ramadan 20. We may be miles apart, but no, I think of you as the cold morning air kisses my cheeks and tickles my cold wet feet as I wait for Fajr to dawn down the road. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when, amongst all this unsurety, I feel an odd, scathing sense of peace. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I pat my well-fed belly in gratefulness. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as you stir my oatmeal and tell me to go wake up my siblings. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as my fingers trace the words I would not understand if not for your tears and sweat. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as an oasis of honey, green, gray, onyx, and black. Remind me of a certain cat as you reach down to pet with a tilt of a head and smile at rest. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I straighten the shelves and unpack new shipments. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I walked home in my own silence, amongst the sounds of the world, under the teasing sun and the shadow of a white minaret. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I peer over my shoulder and I see you smiling at my imperfect form. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I search for my sandals and I haven't the slightest clue where I left them. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I see stars above, but the brightest one walks next to me with a milkshake in hand. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I remember white-starred dhikr on the beads, blessed by your touch, but more by the words of the exalted one. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I see a red rose and I hear the word tawakkul, and I understand what it means to trust. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I recall the green little lights illuminating the bright white building I call my second home. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I envision the empty streets at 1 a.m., but our masjid is alight with life. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as cars speed by honking to celebrate the win of a team whose sport I still can't understand, but yet the month of blessings immense. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when by kun fayakun God said be and it was, the sahn of the Kaaba, the court of his great home, full and then deserted. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when the sun sets and the call is heard, the dates are handed and the chai is poured. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as the bathrooms crowd and the sinks are wet. You rush to wipe it all up quick. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I look around for an unoccupied chair so you can pray with pain in your heart, but not in your legs. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as your beautiful voice recites the very words of God, echoing the corridors, yes, but echoing the corners of my mind. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as you kiss my forehead and it's iftar time. You're adamant on stuffing in my mouth a French fry. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I rush to make the prayer before it begins. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I bounce your child, no, a child of our community, a child of our mosque in my arms, so you can get in another 2 rakat. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I try to find 169 to go wait in a long line for a sour lemonade in the company of sweet friends. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I walk you home in the dark, so your mom knows that you aren't alone and afraid. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you as I remember all the times you saved me rice and kheer when you know that was all I ate. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you 6 feet underneath where you did not breathe in Ramadan, but I took breaths for you, and I hope I inhaled mercy and rewards for the two. We may be miles apart, but know I think of you when I raise my hands and my eyes leak love. When I realize that you and I can never fully understand, but He knows and He understands. And that is more than enough. We may be miles apart, but no, I think of you in memory. In memory, you live in love in a heart that holds no regrets for the days when the air kissed my cheeks in another city together, and now again farther alone for one another. We may be miles apart, but now I think of you, head bent, floor kissed, as du'as leave my lips on earth and sound loud in the heavens. We may be miles apart, but surely my Lord listens, and in His blessings we were, and in His blessings we are, and in his everlasting blessings we await. Maktub. Oh, my dear people, all of this was written and it continues to be. So what can I say? Dear Eid, this is Ramadan in quarantine. Signing off, sincerely. And that's it for me, folks. Thank you for essentially listening to all my memories of every single Ramadan ever. And just because this one was incredibly different doesn't mean it isn't any less special. So Eid Mubarak and Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Afifa and I am one of the marketing coordinators for Miss Toronto. Okay, I just want to say, weren't those artists absolutely amazing? Miss Toronto really does have some of the most talented performers. Okay, now we're going to be showing you guys a video from Islamic Relief Canada, who are one of our gold sponsors for this year's tournament. Islamic Relief works with communities to strengthen their resilience to calamities and provide vital emergency aid when disasters occur. They help the impoverished access basic services, including education, water, and sanitation, as well as healthcare, while providing lasting routes out of poverty through their sustainable development schemes. They tackle the root causes of poverty and make sure that the world's most vulnerable people have real influence in both our programs and advocacy. This is Islamic Relief.
I'm staying home for my dad who has diabetes.
I'm staying home for my cousin who has an autoimmune disease.
Stay at home to protect the healthcare workers and the senior citizens in our community.
I'm staying home for my parents.
Stay home for my mom.
I'm staying at home for friends and family who have weak immune systems.
I'm staying home for my grandparents because I'm going to protect people.
I'm staying at home for social distancing.
I'm staying at home for myself, for my heart condition.
Staying home for my grandma.
I'm staying home for my parents.
C'est notre devoir de rester chez nous pour protéger qui, Farina?
Le personnel de la santé et les personnes âgées.
I'm staying home because I had surgery.
We are staying home for our family and yours.
And just because it's a pandemic don't mean that Ramadan ain't around the corner. So I'm gonna play some catch up. Inshallah, you're able to stay safe, stay healthy. We'll get through this.
Once again, it's Rodena, your registration manager, and I'd like to give Islamic Relief another shout out for their support. So as a registration manager, I have the power to grant schools spirit points. Right now, the top 3 schools are, drumrolls please, John Fraser, Pickering High School, and Stephen Lewis. So if you guys want to jump ahead in the rankings, leave your school's name in the comments below and we'll give you spirit points. Now back to some more wonderful artists.
If I should live to see the sunlight, instead of squinting my eyes, I'll blind them. Because that way you will know that I'd rather throw away my sight than see my people lose this fight. And I'm gonna burst a lung, crying in the sunlight, so that I have to face the warmth before my silent stream of tears and painful choked sobs in your ears could make you shiver uncomfortably in your seat. And I'm gonna learn why my father, my sister, my baby brother had to fly away on angels' wings to heaven without a goodbye. Gonna learn which honorable human was behind this Kashmiri lie, a lie that destroyed my heritage, but one that historians jumped to buy. Gonna learn which act of war these peaceful humans deify, preaching an eye for an eye makes the world go blind, but proceeds to shoot metal through a blind child's behind. Gonna learn why in God's name the world won't hear my cry. And Bacha, my mom would tell me, you're gonna be hit hard in the face, not knowing what came your way, but I swear on my soul and on this very land that they stole, that each drop of blood will be sweeter than they. And I swear on your soul, my son, that Kashmir will live in sunlight. But you must find your pen and write a letter to the world about how the world denied you the rights. And my son, when they kick you down and spit in your face, you get the hell up and you better run. Because you see, my son, the world gave our people human rights, but they exchanged those human rights for our right to be human, and now we are human, but treated inhumane. But if I should live to see the sunlight, no bullet, no pellet, no iron fist will be strong enough to block the sun's right. The sun's right to shine its
white honey on the milky waters and golden grass of our Kashmir Valley. And my son, you have a small voice, but don't you ever stop singing. And once they finally snatch your dignity and shoot death and hopelessness through your window and hand you handouts on street corners of loneliness and grief, you tell them that they really ought to see you in sunlight.
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Labiba, I'm in grade 11 and I go to Mark Garneau Collegiate Institute. I'm in high school and today I will be performing a spoken word. My spoken word is a classical tale on repentance. Let me tell you a classic tale of a basic female or male and what sins they entail and how they choose to fail. They are seduced by a desire, the ultimate liar. They wear their sins like a flyer. They sing their transgressions with a choir. They don't think about the fire. They don't want to believe in what is higher. They decide that drowning their thoughts is best because they don't want to do the test. Oh, I'm sorry, they don't want to feel stressed and they don't want their shortcomings to be addressed. Sometimes we want something bad to happen, drastic even, so that we're forced to turn back. It's like we need a good smack once it happens and we decide to backtrack. Sheikhs like Mufti Menka Numan Ali Khan always reminding us to repent. We don't think that they could be God sent. We expect miracles of paradise descent. We're so obsessed with completing our goals just to fill the emptiness in our souls. Instead of asking Allah, we ask the Instagram polls. Sometimes we forget how mighty Allah truly is. We also forget that we are among the best creation and He only wants what's best for the entire nation. It's time we all found our true salvation. Because Allah is the all-forgiving and is in charge of your living, so raise your hands to the one who is life-giving. As tempting as it may seem, don't turn back to your sins. Bask in the fact that in the hereafter you will have your wins. It's not exactly an easy process, but without struggle there's no progress. It's about finding light in the darkest cave. It's about doing the right thing before reaching your grave. It's about trying to be the best slave. I'm not saying you won't make a mistake. Even the first man wasn't fully awake. He was swayed by the king snake. He knew repentance is what he had to make. Adam was aware of what was at stake. Tawbah, 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 a mighty and hefty word, meaning repenting to God for past sins and misdeeds. It's where you decide to plant new seeds. It's choosing the new life one leads. A surah is given its title. A basmala is not said before its recital. After a mistake is done, tawbah is vital. It's the feeling of being overwhelmed by guilt. The feeling of remorse is built. Shame calls your name. You do nothing but look at the dame. You realize you're not the same. Now that's a classical tale and one for the ages. It doesn't consist of fairy dust like in our favorite pages. Maybe you're stuck in the lowest of stages, but this is a good reminder to make the necessary changes. Hope you all enjoyed my spoken word. I hope this is giving you great solace and comfort in your homes. I know it's not exactly an easy time for everyone, and I hope Allah has guided me towards, helping other people out there. This spoken word wasn't just, for you, it was also for me as well. I hope we can all take the great message that I have put with my spoken word. I hope everybody is staying home and staying safe. From my MGCI family and from my family here at home, we would like to all wish you Eid Mubarak and to stay safe and at home.
As a competitions coordinator, I get the opportunity to see you all showcase your incredible talents and skills, which always leaves me in awe. There would be no mist without all of you, so on behalf of the entire Dream Team, we wanted to give you a huge thank you. We also want to showcase another gold sponsor of ours, Naseeha Mental Health. Naseeha provides an anonymous, non-judgmental, confidential, toll-free support helpline. Naseeha listens and is there for you when you are struggling with personal challenges and aims to help you work through said challenges. Their peer support covers topics such as bullying, religion, mental health, depression, drugs and alcohol, as well as career or work-related issues. Their services are confidential, so if at any time you need help, please call Naseeha at 1-866-637-3342 any day from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can also text Naseeha at 1-866-627-3342 from Monday to Friday.
here for you.
سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah. That was a very beautiful recitation, MashaAllah. As a community, we have great expectations of you, and I'm sure you'll do well, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. And I'll see you tomorrow for your next class. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Ola and I'll be performing a spoken word piece called Mother Nature. I hope you enjoy. We are in a war that's been raging on for generations, fought by our parents and our grandparents and their parents' parents, a world war that preceded World War I and will continue after World War Z. It is the greatest war, a war with Mother Nature. This is a war where there is no winning side nor losing side, but it's a genocide of every kind. Knowingly and unknowingly, we have contributed to the weapons of mass destruction that rip nature's hide with emissions of carbon monoxide and biological warfare. This is a war where the health of Mother Nature is directly proportional to the health of the human creation. So that means if she goes down, we go down with her. And so therefore, by waging war with Mother Nature, we have waged war on ourselves, and her rage has put us all in danger, and her rage is what causes her to attack. Hurricanes, just a warning shot. So how does this end? You see, it's the little things that add up. 65,536 is only the number 2 to the power of 16, and as 1. We hold the power of 100. We had our backs turned, but we can't turn back the clock. It's time to act now, no time to talk. This time there's no denying the facts, because it's our time and our future. So let us plant the trees and pollinate the bees and allow Mother Nature to breathe again. Let us turn off the lights that burn Mother Nature and cool down her global warming. Let us join the right side, because you're either on the side of nature or your side is unnatural. So let us pick up our arms to defend, to lend a hand, and mend our world for today, for tomorrow, and forever. Thank you.
We left our home to gunmen, my school to bombs, our city to violence, my brother to the sea, my sister to her grave, our lives to death, our appetite to sore eyes, twinkle to worry, laughter to fear, sanity to sirens, humanity to smugglers, our names to borders, and Baba still says triumphantly, we've left the unrest behind. Baba is old now and Baba forgets. Now Baba's voice is like the sound of the bombs back home, only peaceful and it was gone, yet we're the terrorists, yet I have to sell a childhood to a bomb that wasn't sold to me, rather gifted, because they say you can't give gifts back. They say they accept us, they say they accept me, but whenever they spell my name, they spell it R-E-F-U-G-E-E, refugee, as in, you stole my country, refugee, as in, you think it's your Fifth Amendment right to destroy my home, my dreams, my life, and Baba says this is the land of freedom. Baba is old now and Baba forgets. They speak of justice. They say justice is served first in this nation, but when it comes to the First Nations, nothing is served. So what can you offer me when you can't even uphold your own treaties? But when my sister is called a terrorist, when she has to take her job off, Baba says it's for his security. When in reality, we have no security, because when the kids at school saw my past and still decided to destroy my future, all I was left with was insecurities. Baba is old now and Baba forgets. This world stripped us of everything. Now we are beggars and we beg for peace. It's not that the marginalized are voiceless, it's that they are unheard, or maybe they are silenced. But even when we speak up, society remains silent, because we live in a world where they say nothing to the sirens. They say, let us set you free. Let us shackle you under the chains of society. Let us set you free of what? Of my dignity, of my history, of everything that makes me me? This world is an auction, so they say, come on down, where your price is to the highest bidder, come on down. Come on down where you have no value, come on down. Come on down where they can see what they want, come on down where you're judged by 34, 26, 34 in bold font. Come live to the standards inscribed by man. Come on down where your body is free but your soul is shackled. This world. You sold your same thing. You sold your soul to the same thing that killed it. Remember that we teach our kids about foreign policy, but we act like tyrants in a land that isn't ours, and we forget that we are the foreigners. Baba says, go and learn. Baba is old now and Baba forgets, but Baba has forgotten what it means to be alive for sure, because Baba's soul was taken away long ago by the war. By the war he didn't wage, by the people he did not hate. Remember, we don't hate Americans, we hate your president, but what can someone do when the president sends Americans to you? Is it honor that we search for? Is it honor that I finally found? Is it honor that I finally earned? Have I finally become acceptable? Can I finally be American? Am I finally not Muslim enough? Not black enough? Not Arab enough to be a good Muslim? A good African? A good Asian? A moderate Muslim? Is it too much to ask just to be a good human? Am I finally white enough to walk the streets without being called a terrorist? Because surely my brothers in Christchurch weren't. Or have I just sold off my soul? Sold off the soul of my brothers just so I can drink from the fountain of privilege. Actually, I mean the fountain of white privilege. They say I'm whitewashed, so can I finally paint in the same colors as the white supremacists? Because we've lived and created these fallacies in our head, and now I try to live as someone else when in reality I'm already dead.
Okay, even though I know that the spoken word and poetry artists can't really hear me, I just have to say my fingers are tired of snapping. They're that good. Now at this time, Miss would like to highlight another sponsor of ours, Human Concern International. As the first Muslim international NGO in Canada, Human Concern International recognizes its unique position as the voice of Muslims in Canada. They galvanize support from the Muslim community, build strategic partnerships, and table relevant issues to positively influence change. Beyond all, they are proud of their Canadian identity, heritage, and presence. They continuously rely on the support of our vibrant Muslim community and the Canadian public to ensure they are bringing lasting change to our world.
Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. It's almost at the end of Ramadan and we can't believe it went too fast this year, and here it is, the day of Eid. On behalf of Human Concern International, our board, our team, volunteers, all our donors, beneficiaries, partners would like to wish everybody Eid Mubarak. May this be a very blessed Eid for you and your family. It was a very different and challenging Ramadan, but alhamdulillah, because of the support of our donors and all our friends, well-wishers of HCI, it was a very blessed Ramadan for us. We were able to locally and internationally distribute food packages and warm meals to over 60,000 families and beneficiaries, including orphans and widows, of course. So thank you so much for our support. Thank you so much to the team for all the hard work. Continue to follow HCI on www.humanconcern.org. Follow us on our Facebook, on our YouTube videos. You could check out all the updates there, and please keep us in your prayer. Thank you so much and enjoy your Eid with your family and stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you, Human Concern International, for your continued support. Now, because the registration team is the best team at Miss Toronto, we're going to give you guys another shot at earning some spirit points. So comment down below your school's name as well as all the themes Mist has had in its history. And the registration team will record your answers diligently. Now enough about the best team at Miss Toronto, and let's get back to the next batch of artists.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hamza. I am a grade 12 student at Saytaka W.A. Porter. I will be presenting a nasheed for you today that I presented at last year's Miss Nationals. This nasheed is entitled Colorblind. When my life is just beginning, I'm stuck here in the end. When the world is seeing rainbows, I'm standing in the rain. You left me feeling empty the day you had to leave. I don't think that I'll ever find that silver lining or reason to smile. You know I used to see all vivid dreams. Now I'm colorblind, colorblind. When did I stop caring for this world of mine, world of mine? Did you care when you left me hanging on a thread? All this black and white in my eyes, I'm colorblind. You know I hate how you just left me and walked away. But you taught me how to forgive and call it a day. I have trouble singing songs that you wrote for me all along, 'cause I still see your face. I'm being humble on your behalf, but it all seems so fake. You know I used to see all vivid dreams. Now I'm colorblind, colorblind. When did I stop caring for this world of mine, world of mine? Did you care when you left me hanging on a thread? All this black and white in my eyes, I'm colorblind. I'll try to wait for the ocean to be blue again. And I hate how you took the red from these roses. I want my green tall trees and golden, my violets, my blues, you strip them. How long will I be broken? You know I used to see all vivid dreams. Now I'm colorblind, colorblind. When did I stop caring for this world of mine, world of mine? Did you care when you left me hanging on a thread? All this black and white in my eyes, I'm colorblind. All this black and white in my eyes, I'm colorblind.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Lin Zakar. I go to John Fraser and I'm going to be performing a spoken word poem. The title of my piece is called The Blind. We are living the event of a future history textbook. 2020, the year where stepping outside became illegal, that affected the lives of many. We're all sick of hearing coronavirus, a virus the size of an atom, managed to take over the world. And just like the flip of a coin, part of our life was gone, and we're left to sit and hang on. Life was presented to us through a new lens, the lens of a fish pulled out of the sea. But we got to remove our blind, got the chance to realize that all the blessings we had before were immense. And now, all we want is to be free, or to rewind to the past tense, wish we could open our eyes and see what we had in front of our eyes, but yet still turned away from. But now, we're given a chance to take a deep breath from life, from running to work every day, driving your car down the highway, drowned. In a world of PhDs, the drive to succeed, that's everyone's priority. But you never bother to look around you. You're just good at saying, I have no time, I'm busy, but in the meantime, you're just busy, consumed by life's desires, can't appreciate the blessings we've been given, taking everything for granted, making our biggest worry that follow or that like. Drowned in adversity, got nothing but anxiety. Gratitude, what seems so simple but yet so difficult. To recognize what we have, cause we're too consumed by what we don't. Need the latest iPhone, clothes gotta be on trend, got all this money I need to spend. This gift of time is given to us. Time to reset, clear our mind, leave the negative behind, acknowledge what we always took for granted. Don't forget the roof on your head, your food, drinks, or your bed. Didn't acknowledge its existence, too busy aiming for what's distant. They say we're living in a global crisis, movement is limited. What global crisis? This is our everyday life, says our brothers and sisters in Palestine, stripped off their basic rights, fighting for the right to life. While our biggest worry may be boredom or that we miss our friends, but we should look through another lens, the lens of those who became unemployed or those whose health got destroyed. Because with hardship comes ease, doesn't require any expertise. It's simple. Trust. Trust in Allah, trust in His plan. We can't see it, but sure He can. So from now on, don't end that phone call and smile at others, even if it's small. Remember, the little things is what matters most. So the message from my poem is that we're going through these hard times for a reason, and we can benefit through these by appreciating what we took for granted before, because you never know you have something until you lose it. So, for example, a blessing as simple as being able to leave your house or being able to go to school. These are blessings that we disregard, but we felt their presence now that they're gone. And we were so busy with our lives, always wanting more, but we never actually realized what we had at that time, and now we realized. So thank you for listening.
I kind of take offense to what Rodena said. I mean, competitions is hands down the best team because, to be quite honest, Mist wouldn't be Mist without the competitions, and we kind of do most of the work. You decide and let us know. And while you do that, I would like to introduce you to a gold sponsor, Nominal. Inspired by the poetic and concise nature of the Arabic language, Nominal jewelry often showcases Arabic words and phrases that are symbolic for people, whether or not they're familiar with the language. Since the conception of the company, they have only grown and aim to include languages and cultures for people from varying backgrounds from all around the world.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, my name is Aisha. I am a student at George Brown College and I am a hospitality coordinator for the Miss Dream team. Today I will be performing a poem that I wrote and it is called Finding Light Within Your Chaos. Chaos, a feeling that takes over inside you, consumes your thoughts and muffles your screams. You think, could this be true? It's a war inside your head where there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. You don't know what to do. It's like a ticking time bomb ready to explode in your chest. It's a feeling that will never let your brain rest. It stops your whole world and you feel yourself breaking slowly and you think I was once at my best. Piece by piece, chaos consumes you until You lock eyes with light, picks up your pieces and places them back where they belong. Light will hold you till you're strong again and be with you whenever you need hope. Light can be external, but the strongest light is found within. It fights your chaos. It gives you a sense of purpose. It'll make you feel like you're alive. Always remember, throughout the emptiness of darkness, light will always remain. I hope you enjoyed that piece, and if you would like to hear or read more of my poems, I do have an Instagram page. It's at unheard.whisperer on Instagram. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Javeria, and I am a fourth-year York University student. Today I will be performing a spoken word titled The Truth. There are things we've heard that capture our concern, and there are things we've seen that leave us in disbelief and beg the question, how is this still happening in the 21st century? We all know some things that have been said that might make us feel upset, and we are aware of what's going on out there. But let's not despair, because we are going to get through this together. I know sometimes we can feel just a little bit more insecure than before, but you know what? We won't stand and act like hopeless victims. We will move in activism. We won't let them tell our story. We don't need to say we're sorry. We need faith in the power of voice, because frankly, now we don't have a choice. We will not let them change the definition or what it means to really be a Muslim. While there are many out there who just don't like us, there are more who are simply unaware. They take in everything on the TV as true. They don't think twice. They swallow, but they don't chew, and that, my friend, is unhealthy for you. So to the people out there who haven't quite opened up their mind, who think right and wrong criteria is for the media to decide, this might sound cliche, but it's really to no surprise that at the end of the day, we breathe the same air, we eat the same food, we watch the same shows, and we read the same news. I mean, over and over again, we hear about violence and hate crime, injustice and jail time, so don't be shocked when you find that we actually might share the same views. Because I too am against injustice. I too am against the killing of innocent. I too am hurt by all the displacement that people are facing, and I too want to help them, so I guess the only confusion lies in misrepresentation. Somehow I am the most wanted, perhaps the most feared, so everyone is alert around hijab and beard. But this isn't only about the viewers, it's about those who choose what the viewers view. So I wrote a little letter. To whom it may concern. I have a problem. I have a problem with the way that you talk about me. The way that you talk about my family, my sisters, my brothers, my whole community. You point to our book and you make false claims. You don't look at the rest and forget about the context. You forget about the part that it mentions peace and justice. Ignore where it talks about proper law, etiquettes and business, honesty, integrity, health and fitness. You talk about respect like you know what it is. You preach about accepting differences, then you tell us that we don't belong. You're telling me that my way of life is wrong. Why? How does generalization still exist? How many times have we been over this? You cannot paint a whole race with the same brush. A handful of people is just not accurate enough to represent all of us. I thought we were past the age of human labels and colors, and only laundry baskets were worthy of those stickers. It's so unfortunate that this tool of mass communication called news is being severely misused. It's being twisted and turned, made to tell whatever you choose, however you choose, and whenever you choose. Yeah, I know about bias too. You label a whole religion with the faces of a few, then post their faces on the front cover news, and many of us see that this is what you were designed to do. I pulled that trick on my resume. It's called exaggerating the truth. You take some information that you like and dispose of what you don't. You showcase part of the story and hide what you don't want people to know. A sentence or two is all you need to spell, and then out of control, uncontained misrepresentations being made. And that is what you intended, so that's okay. However, whatever you do, you cannot change what is true. You merely cover it with a temporary sheet of false that may be bulletproof, but this isn't a battle to be fought with guns. And this time you can hide, but you cannot run. Setting up a force and shield is not enough. We've seen the power of people and social media. How quickly content is spread, like, share, not a comment unread, opinions tweeted on what's heard and said, videos posted on what news articles failed to mention. So watch. We will tune up our vocal cords, recharge our confidence, we'll polish our character and bury away the ignorance. We will boost our compassion and fortify our faith, showcase that integrity because you can't take our name. Watch us tighten our bonds and stand together against all odds, keep clear our intentions and leave the rest to Almighty God because you know what they say. 3 things cannot long be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So whatever you do, you simply cannot change what is true, although I do hope, I do pray that the truth changes you. Sincerely, your average Canadian Muslima. Thank you.
Okay, I know you guys don't want to see me anymore. You want to see more of the artists, and I promise you will. We're almost through. Now Ms. Toronto would like to introduce our silver sponsor, Ansar Financial. Ansar Financial has been Miss Toronto's #1 supporter since 2013, always providing us with guidance and assistance. Ansar Financial is the first Sharia-compliant, interest-free public company in North America that is listed on a stock exchange. Ansar Financial has a Sharia and Ethics Committee mandated in its bylaws that monitors and guide the board to ensure compliance with ethical and Sharia rules in its business activities as well as corporate governance operations.
We are almost through our program, and at this time I'd like to thank our bronze sponsor, A&B Driving School. A&B has been providing thousands of novice and expert drivers driving techniques and skills needed to drive safely and expertly on the roads of Ontario since 1993. Advanced Motoring is a ministry-approved beginner driver education course provider. Their core beliefs is that everyone should have access to these services regardless of what their disposable income happens to be.
Hey everyone, my name is Sadia. I study at McMaster University. I wrote a free verse poetry piece and it's called A String of Moments Being Reminisced. So I'll start. I miss the simplicity of life, one that resides in shops on street corners and not in glamorous shopping malls. The one that dances about the simple clothes off street vendors. I miss the determination to acquire textbooks in good condition, one that's not found in the calmness of bookstores here. The one that rules the yearn for knowledge. I miss the explosion of flavors on my tongue upon bites of street eats, the one that I crave to find here. The ones found in the hibale and in shawarmas that would drip with spice. I miss the streets I haven't seen, the ones where I'd have loved to run free as a child. The ones found in the walled city of Lahore, which is something I only learned about just yesterday. I have missed out on learning more about my history and my ancestry, thinking I too could be a princess 200 years ago. I miss the Sufi music, the qawwalis about love, so pure as it begins and ends with God. I miss writing from right to left on a daily basis, feeling like a poet at the age of 11, aspiring to be like Allama Iqbal one day. I miss the cultural communication cues, the facial expressions so simple, yet conveying of the most complex of thoughts. I miss snacking on oranges in the summer, cashews in the winter, roasted corn in autumn, and dancing in spring rains. I miss crafting boats out of paper with my cousins and anticipating whose would sustain the longest. I miss speaking in a language I didn't need to have trouble understanding, one I could really call my own. A language so beautiful, the sentence still makes sense upon changing the word order. I miss the warmth of the elders, the neighbors, and the guests. I miss the unspoken rule of respect, which had to be practiced like a law. I'm in quarantine, but I miss home. My heart is 10,000 kilometers away from me. So I wrote this. I came to write this because about about what I miss right now. So we're in quarantine. It's not the best of time right now. And my heart kind of just automatically went to, like, started reminiscing about my Pakistani experiences, and I decided to culture myself. Again, by learning to make Pakistani dishes, snacks, wearing traditional clothing at home, like right now, and watching Pakistani dramas. It's a difficult time right now, but inshallah, we'll all get through it really soon. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bahir Ali Latif. I go to Mark Renault Collegiate Institute, and I have a spoken word called Will You Then Not Be Content? I've seen it from a million angles. My life just seems so twisted and tangled, but I know, it's a test. I'm supposed to somehow give it my best, but I can't stand it. I try, but I just can't understand it. Yup, you're right. Mankind won't ever have sight. No gratitude for what they have despite His unquestionable mercy. Through your pain and adversity, even your so-called trauma in university, like some form of calamity. Man, get back to reality. He gave you peace, diversity. Yeah, that's why you have rights. But still no peace, just fights. People still fighting for territory. Starting to really get scary for me what's coming. If you don't have no trust. Like you weren't made from just dust and given form. Bani Adam, think for a second and fathom. Imagine repaying for a single atom you've been made of. Think, for everyone has pain. How else would you feel the gain of this life, in which you've only caused conflict and strife? You'll be pointing fingers at the wealthy like a knife. Don't look above, but beneath you. Help the family that desperately needs you. Mankind, understand your meaning. Understand that you're a human being. Your life's not just getting higher averages. It's about challenging the challenges that try to beat you. But belief isn't here to defeat you. That's where you've been mistaken. He has you not forsaken, not for a single second, not one. We humans are to be one. And your life's not impossible. It's just another obstacle in a life that you must make plausible. But wait, don't leave me. Hear me out and believe me that the afterlife's for you to think about your actions in life, not for you to sink. He's made your soul free, so can't you agree with the degree of His decree? He's made the sky for you a canopy, and the earth for you to live in. But with no struggles, how would you be forgiven? How would you be driven? Oh, how would you be given heavens to live in? And you still don't trust the process? That forces you to address your Creator and not transgress. But nevertheless, you don't trust the wisdom that has set for you freedom. In a country, a kingdom that is the true north, strong and free. Rather, your heart screams darkness and ebony. 4 books He has sent for you to turn back and repent, and to strive through your difficulty that you've spent. Then when will you be content? It's man who's been given blessings upon blessings like rows of flowers, yet man focuses on the sharp thorns, and leaves behind all happiness and mourns. Your joy when you see snow, to you, O man, He has bestowed heavens beneath which rivers flow. Then when will you be content? Is that all? Will you then give up after you fall? Will you then not answer the call of a heart that screams peace and salam? Listen to His kalam. Then when will you be content? Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Momina Malik and I'm a grade 12 student at Pickering High School. Today I'm going to be reciting a nasheed that I wrote called Made You a Believer. However, since my friends unfortunately couldn't sing the nasheed with me, I separately recorded each vocal harmony onto my laptop, and that's going to be simultaneously playing while I recite the main melody. But it's all vocal and a cappella, and there's no instruments involved except for snapping. Don't you just hate the days you feel like your life is not together? You always complain, Allah won't make it better. You never felt this low, been feeling all alone, like He just won't respond or answer your dua. You think that he's let go, but everyone should know you have to still stay strong. Remember your Iman and trust me. If anything, it hurts it more to see the troubles that we struggle with daily. Don't lose your faith in him, because he made you a believer. And if only I could tell him just once how much I love him and how grateful that I am. He made me Muslim. I know he knows anyway, since he made me a believer, didn't he? Some days your face starts to fade, 'cause you feel so ignored, like every good deed's gone to waste. You still got no reward. You never felt this low, been feeling all alone, like he just won't respond or answer your the one. You think that he's let go, but all of you should know you have to still stay strong. Remember your Iman and trust me. If anything, it hurts it more to see the troubles that we struggle with daily. Don't lose your faith in him, because he made you a believer. And if only I could tell him just once how much I love him and how grateful that I am. He made me Muslim. I know he knows anyway, since he made me a believer, didn't he? So I just wanted to give a quick little message about what this nasheed is actually about. So the reason it's called Made You a Believer is because we all have to understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us because he made us Muslim and he led us down the path of Islam. Now this year has been crazy for everybody with the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm in grade 12, so I lost my prom, my grad, and many other things, as I know all of my fellow students and people all over the world have. But we have to understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obviously did this for a reason. Now my name is Mu'mina, believer. And as Muslims, it's our job to trust the process and trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do everything for a reason and he will always make days better for us. So that's what this nasheed is about, and that's why it's called Made You a Believer.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Afia. I'm the Junior Associate Director for Mr. Toronto, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in to our first ever Eid Slam. And a huge shout out to all the artists who showcased their amazing talents. I don't know how you guys do it. I hope you guys are all staying happy and healthy during these times and doing things that are not only fun but productive. Why don't you let us know on Instagram what you guys have been up to? Speaking of Instagram, are you guys ready for our June 1st announcement? We're going to let you guys know the ins and outs of Miss Toronto 2020, so stay tuned. And I want to hand this over to Hafiz Amhar here to do the closing dua. So again, thank you to everyone who came out, and assalamu alaikum.
الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله وإليك يرجع الأمر كله على نعمه وسره. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم إنك عفو كريم رحيم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه وذرياته وأهل بيته وأحبابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak to everyone. Kullu aam wa antum bi khair. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our worship and all of our good deeds during this past month of Ramadan. And I pray that you all have a joyful and a festive Eid. May Allah bless you and your families. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.